welcome to the graduation ceremony. This is a day that makes me happy and sad, right? Happy because, I've seen all you guys transform over the last 3 months, and I'm just so proud to hear stories from all of you, right? And some of you have got quick breakthroughs, like Rinkesh has landed a role he had both options, right? He had headhunters asking him, I think has decided to stay on from our last conversation, right? So new role, big jump, 50% jump in his salary, and I'm not supposed to reveal all this, but I think it's a celebration day. But so might as well. And Amit is back at HCL. We'll hear from Sarita how she also negotiated a new role as well as Sangeeta. So a lot of you, and I think Dipankar is very close internationally. We'll hear from him today, whether last time he was discussing whether it's Singapore or... So what I'm going to do is first just request Vijay to play the introduction video for our graduation. Sudhir, welcome. Congratulations, Sudhir, and the stage is all yours.
Good morning. So I want you to picture a person lost in deep Amazon jungle, despite the best of experience, tools, and techniques available. That was me until I joined this course. I pushed on. I see a mysterious light in the middle of the nowhere. I pushed on the door open, and I see Coach Mudit sitting there, smiling mysteriously, as if saying, "Ah, I knew you are going to be here one day." My name is Sudhir Prabhu. I am a in-progress CIO transformations with almost a decade plus experience in business, technology, and organizational transformations. For me, this course personally has been a journey of 3 lessons, 2 gratitudes, and 1 goal. Among the various frameworks and techniques that we learned, one thing that I connected the most was falling in love with the process of change. I think most people don't realize how close they were to success when they give up. And that one single voice of encouragement, teaching the right techniques, the last mile fitments, the knowledge, really makes that 1% difference, really makes a difference. And that's what it meant for me. As Steve Jobs rightly said, right? You can connect the dots looking back, but for future, you have to somehow believe that they will connect and keep moving on. Second, one look at the visual description of the Sage and Saboteur framework was the aha moment for me. I think it instantly gave me the realization it's wrong to believe that when you are in a tailspin of negative thought process, you can just think positive and it will work. It doesn't work that way. You can't move your vehicle from a reverse gear to fifth gear directly. You have to come to neutral, work your way towards the on with the positive thoughts up till the fifth gear, and then cruise towards success. That realization was very important. And third, I think almost all of us felt that politics is negative. One single sentence from Mudit changed my entire thought process, and I think the revelation is very important. We all believe that life is fair and hence perceived politics to be negative, and neither of which is true. And that's the immensity of the learning here. And for all the learnings that I got here, I have 2 gratitudes that I want to share. One, of course, is for Coach Mudit for being that very firm but yet gentle person who passed across the right message and techniques, gentle nudges at every step. It was an immense learning experience. But also, I want to share a word of gratitude to my entire CXO cohort, for it was for your thought and skill diversity and participation which made all the difference in the learning journey. And not to mention the networking, which has turned out to be one of my biggest Achilles heel to work upon. And finally, I have only one goal as I move forward. I am absolutely on track to be the CIO transformation before the end of this year, and that's the goal I'm working to forward to. With that, I will end my note with a soft word of Naman to all my gurus. Vande Guru Pujita. Thank you.
Superb, Sudhir. What an outstanding speech, I must say, really. Fantastic picturization, great opening. 3, 2, 1. I mean, what a perfect. I mean, you don't get better than this, guys. I can tell you, I've been listening to a lot of people, And I really, really acknowledge that, Sudhir. I mean, outstanding. Remember, leave whatever you said, but the format, you stuck to it. So, guys, I'm just going to request all of you to give him a really, great round of applause. Fantastic effort there, huh, Sudhir? Well done. Congratulations, Smita.
I'm Smita Harsha. I'm Business Unit Security Officer, part of Dell Technologies Services Business Unit. I joined this program accidentally, so I came across a LinkedIn post from Mudit. I was very, very influenced by one video where he spoke about the transition from middle management to CXO journey. So that was the point where I think I decided I need this, and that's how I'm here. And I think this journey has been like the Kung Fu Panda movie, Panda. So I thought it's just I'm accidentally here, but again, this has really put a very, very foundational platform for me. In the past, I have been through many leadership programs from various companies where I worked, but those were all very, very superficial. So it is more about external things, how you speak, what words you use, and so on, more or less, but not inside out like this. So I think this is a very, very great step and blessing that came my way. Some of the things that increased my impact on the current role has been the knowledge I got about gravitas, and then the sage and the saboteur ratio, and also some of the things I started applying, and I could see that my self-awareness has increased at least 10x from these many weeks we have been in this. And I have got more focus and happiness, and I have very, very clear clarity on my goals and my opportunities within Dell, outside Dell. I think it's really very, very clear the way the goal setting was done. I'm really thankful for that. And then something that I am doing differently is I'm picking my battle wisely. I'm networking relentlessly. Like I'm not even, stopping myself, talking to up, down, right, left, everywhere. So I think that is something which I had not thought about so deeply earlier. I think that is something which is unique, I learned, and I'm applying. And then the habits, I learned bundling or habit stacking from the program, which is really giving me more results because I'm bundling it with my yoga habit, meditating, as well as coupling the cardio along with this. So I think this is really optimizing my time as well as helping me build the habit muscle to take care of my health and well-being. And then I think self-awareness, I cannot mention enough that I have got more awareness about myself, how I react to certain things, and I'm being more mindful about those things. I think I didn't have this level of self-awareness earlier, which is really making a huge difference even in my personal life, not only career-wise. And then I feel every single section in the training has been very valuable to me and just in time for me, be it presentation skills, be it emotional intelligence. I can't point at one thing, but I think it's a bundle that has helped me, and I'm able to see an immediate effect on my QBR. So the QBR is a quarterly business review that I do with the leadership and present what are the accomplishments, what are the lowlights, and what are the things that we need to take care of in the future, and so on. This was very well received. And after the QBR, my manager said, this is the best QBR since I have joined Dell. So I think this is a huge win in my case and direct impact that this program has had on me. So I think this is more like becoming a dragon warrior from the panda. That is how I would like to put this. And then for someone who would like to benefit from the program, I think again, as Mudit mentions, always in the beginning of the program, we need to embrace, believe in the process, and go with it, like, without, being skeptical about it. What is meditation? This, that. I mean, I have seen many people turn off about meditation, but I think this is an inside out process and meditation is key to this. So, and also the techniques that Mudit is providing is a combination of East and West, which I have never seen in my 22 years of career working with top companies in the world. So I think this is the best program I have ever attended.
Wow, thank you so much for your kind words, Smita. I'm beginning to look at myself in a new light, things that I didn't know, but thank you so much. And actually, more than anything else, besides all the, I really didn't know so much was happening in your life. I mean, if you first time I really, heard from you, and it gives me such great pleasure. And I hope more spiritual people, I know you have that angle to you,
Yes.
really do well, because my whole ambition is that good people, spiritual people should be, at the top and leading, because unless we reach there, you can't change the world. You're always dependent on some other people. So may the force always be with you. Okay.
Thank you so much, Mudit. It means a lot to me, and I have been hustling. I mean, nothing came to me easily. So, a lot of things that are happening, despite so many things happening. I think this program, to be honest, the micro videos that you have created, I went through those because some of the classes I couldn't attend. So those are very, very powerful. They're very short, but they give you the gist of everything. So it's really beautiful. And it has helped me a lot, despite me not being able to make in person for some of these things. So I must admit that has come to me at the right time when I needed it. So I'm very grateful to you for creating those. And everybody here, and Anjan, I must mention, so he's been there for me in WhatsApp whenever I need anything. So thank you, Anjan, for being there for me.
Really, I'm just so happy that you made it today, Smita. Okay,
thank you, Mudit.
Welcome, Samrat, and let's have his video. Congratulations, Samrat. The stage is going to be all yours.
Thanks, Mudit, for the opportunity. I start my speech from the point where I started feeling that it is right time for me to make a move for next level in my career. I started looking for different avenues that can help me, came across an advertisement on LinkedIn, decided to connect and enroll. The course is CXO 90-day challenge. Now that I have completed the course, in my view, that can be divided into 3 parts. Building foundation for mindful awareness, breaking the stereotype around money and office politics, and identify areas of strength and weakness and taking pointed actions to improve. There are a lot of informations and exercises to go through, and it was challenging to keep up. As life happened, turning up for Saturday classes, keeping the continuity going was important. And I'm thankful that I could do that. Among a lot of topics that we went through, 3 things stayed with me. 1% daily improvement in the different aspects of your life. The formula E plus R equal to O, which simply means outcome of any event happening in your life is determined by how one responds to the event. And third is power of habit. I'm very grateful to have made connections with people during the course. I hope these are for lifetimes. Everyone kept at it, giving motivation to go on. Learned a lot from my fellow participants. Loved the breakout session interaction that we had and the offline calls. As a mentor, I subscribe to Mudit's thought process of good people need to have money and power to drive the good in this world. I'd like to contribute more to the thought process in future. I see this as a lifelong journey that I have embarked on. The course was a trailer. To continue the journey, I have subscribed to the advanced course as well. I believe this is the right thing for me to do for my career. Thanks.
Okay, thank you. Let's give him a hand there. Thanks, Samrat. Welcome, Sarita. Okay, Sarita, the stage is all yours, and let's hear your story.
Thank you, Mudit. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Please allow me to share a story of a visionary father hailing from the beautiful landscape of Uttaranchal, where the basic amenities like water and electricity is still a distant dream, and traditional norms deprive a girl child of basic rights, including literacy, freedom, and even birth. Amidst these challenges, the father took a vow that would alter the course of the daughter's life forever. And that was laying a foundation of strong education. Today, she stands tall as director in one of the prestigious organizations, standing tall as the unwavering determination of an aspiring father. The journey started on a rock-solid foundation with multiple promotions in initial first few years itself. This even garnered a special attention from then CEO Vineet Nair of HCL. Yet, as life unfolded, the conscious choice of prioritizing the transition from mother's house to marital house brought in a temporary stopgap in the career trajectory. Determined to bounce back, what she calls as her second innings, I not only met my personal priorities, but also achieved 300% of growth in last 2.5 years itself. This upward momentum and craving for more got me introduced to the transformative world of CXO program, led by none other than CXO himself, Mudit Saxena. The 90 days of CXO program was like a tapestry woven with a thread of many new learnings, unlearning of old paradigms, and multiple reality checks. The program was as diverse as well as impactful. The art of mindfulness through focused breathing, the act of giving it back through charity, emotional intelligence, the discipline of maintaining a work tracker, the importance of preparation before presentation, the art of cultivating executive presence through gravitas, business storytelling are some of the key takeaways from the session. However, what was of profound contribution was the process of crafting the vision for life in the process of creating the vision for work success. As I stand on 90th day of this program, I'm confident that this has immense benefits to those who are earning to enrich their personal and professional life. Just as how a father sowed the seed of education amidst all challenges, the learning from CXO program has the potential to overcome any obstacles. I would like to conclude my speech here by thanking everyone for a patient hearing and also for being a part of this wonderful learning journey. Thank you.
Wow, superb, superb, Sarita. Well done. I'm sure all of you could get the story right. The emotional beginning, the capturing of the very good. Yeah, very well said. I think you've implemented a lot of what you've learned, Sarita. So well done.
Thank you, Mudit. And I also would like to add here your valuable contribution in one of those interviews when I was going through it, where the probability of getting through was not even 60%, given that I was coming from a very different domain. But that one input wherein, marrying your vision with the organization vision and convincing a board as to how your skills and expertise can bring a value add and the return on investment if they hire me. That was really a learning of life, and it was highly useful for me to crack this.
Oh, Sarita, it's your hard work, right? That's what, if a lot of knowledge is available in this world. It's the people who act on it that make a difference. So congratulations there again. I mean, to have cracked a new role and at a senior level, and then of course you chose to do what you felt was right? So the kudos is all to you and to everybody else who's implemented. Okay, so thank you so much, Sarita, for all your contribution. Welcome, Javed. Congratulations, Javed, and the stage is all yours.
Hello, everyone. Today I'm going to present my own personal story, where I was in my career, where I am, and where I want to be. One of my biggest frustration, which I have, is that I'm lagging in my career. This is what I feel and I believe. And the reasons are my communication and presentation skills, inability to control my emotions, and being in wrong political situations. When I saw the video, 1 minute video from Mudit on LinkedIn, which starts with, "Are you a mid-career professional?" And then when the story ends, I was really connected to Mudit, and I felt that Mudit is a person who has all the solutions to the problem. After 90 days, what I can say is that I do not regret, and I strongly believe that I put my career in the right hand. What I learned in 90 days was I had a complete clarity on my purpose, my vision, and my career goal, which I was not having earlier. I learned the 6 codes of honor, which I see Mudit talking in every sessions before it starts. And I really want to take some time to call about what it means for me. It means that I take the responsibility for my career. I'll put in my positive energy and focus to create a positive impact on my career down the line. I'm already in the process of transformation, and I'll continue to give charity, maintain respect, and confidentiality. When it comes to communication skill, what I learned was it's less about words, more about my tone and body language. And that was, one of the eye-opening lessons for me. I was able to know my strength, my values, my passion, which was completely lost in my mind full of toxic thoughts. I started practicing PQ reps, and trust me, I'm on my way to be a mindful leader. What I learned in my current organization, that in a flatter organization like ours where we work, we cannot give and take orders to be successful, but we can climb up by practicing influencing without authority. And that's what I have learned. I have built or enhanced my executive presence, mainly focusing on the communication, less on the gravitas and the personal grooming. And thanks, Mudit, to that. When I took my quiz on office politics, I was surprised to know that I'm a survivor, which is not a good situation to be. I want to be a climber, if not shark. I'm practicing daily to polish my messaging skills. And I believe that with the habits that I have put in and the daily 1% incremental on my habits, I will have a very positive compounding effect on my career down the line. I am working to expand my influential decision-making networks on my personal branding, and I leverage Blue's Ocean strategy to get my desired job to be a CXO. Thanks, Mudit, for all your guidance and coaching which you have given, and thanks all my the friends and peers who have been learning all with me. Thank you very much.
Wow, thank you, Javed. That was so honest and so Javed-like, right? Full of passion. I can almost see myself in you many years ago. With sometimes being a loose cannon, like I confessed. But the whole thing is to be receptive and make changes. The fact that you recognized it and are doing something about it is perhaps the greatest change that you can actually get, right? So Rinkesh, yeah, congratulations. Let's have his video.
Good morning, everyone. Thanks, Mudit, for the introduction. A lot of you might have forgotten me because last couple of sessions I wasn't there. And before I start my speech, the simple part is the marketeer in me always wanted to speak and interrupt Mudit. I thought, let's just move out. And I listened to the lectures after it and kept my focus on the lectures rather than the urge of speaking. So let me begin. And good morning again, everyone. My story is a story of belief, uh, a strong belief which led to a strong outcome. Okay, and as we have learned, let me narrate this in 3 steps. Okay, step one was about conversation, step two was about connect, and step three was about commitment. Okay, so step one, very simply, a very casual conversation on a Saturday morning with a friend where we're chit-chatting about where our careers are and what can we do more in the career and how do we get there. And he told me that last 3 months, probably 6 months, have been a transformation journey for him. He has lost weight. He has been very confident now. He was afraid about doing things and now he's doing stuff at his workplace. I was like, how did this happen with you? I've not chatted with you for last 6-7 months, but this is like a transformation for you. And he gave me the name Mudit Saxena. I was like, okay, let's connect. And that's where my step two began. I connected to Mudit. Mudit shared a video, and his first video said, are you in your midlife career crisis? I was like, sure, boss, everyone is, so am I. Let me listen more. And I went on to hear his first video of half an hour without any breaks. And I was like, if I'm listening to a person for half an hour without any breaks, I think it's worth putting your time and effort into it. And that's where my commitment began. But still, the belief wasn't there. The belief was not there that my friend actually got transformed because of this person, because of the teachings which he gave. But I said, okay, let's be committed to the journey. As what he also said in his first session itself, be committed to it, believe in it. With this belief still, I stayed committed to the journey. I attended session 1, 2, 3, and I kept practicing what he was saying. And believe you me, the fact that I kept practicing on it kept increasing my belief in what he was teaching. And my 3 big learnings are affirmations, believe in what you want to be, write it down, speak it out loud, and you will get there. That's one of the biggest learning. The second big learning was use your mind. Beyond the point, your skill sets might grow only a little, but your mind has an immense potential to grow and an unlimited potential to grow. It's tips and tricks on how to open up your spaces of mind and practice it in different points in your workspace was beautiful and amazing. And the third biggest learning was keep reading, keep knowing more and more stuff about what you are interested in. 3 big takeaways, and this belief kept coming in and led to a result where I was chasing for last 5 years to do something more than digital, and eventually an opportunity dropped by in an inbox saying that we want you for a strategy role, we want you for a strategy plus business role, plus a new product role, plus a small sales role. And I was like, wow, this is unbelievable. For last 5 years, I've never got a communication like that, even by asking for it. And maybe the world attracts what you want them to attract. And so, friends, this was a story of belief, a casual conversation with a connection and a commitment led to what I was wanting for last so many years. And that has brought about a change for me. And I'm still wanting to continue on this transformation journey.
Okay, thank you, Rinkesh. What a lovely story, yeah? I mean, truly. Welcome, Guru. Yes.
Hello, all. Thanks for having me on this program, Mudit. Am I audible?
Yes, you are.
Okay. So many of you may have a view of what I was or what I am, but more than that, this program has revealed me to myself. What are my strengths? What are my weaknesses? Where I do falter? I think that is the first step, and that is the first realization that one needs to have if at all one wants to progress. We all would have heard big movie directors who are looking to cast very famous actors. And what do they tell the actors? Get into the role, have that chemistry. Unless you imagine yourself of what you want to act out, and unless the role gets into you, you cannot become that. So it is true even for a cinema. Then we can imagine how much true it is for our own lives. By visualizing your identity, your future self, and by acting upon and falling in love with the process of transformation, the result of achieving that position becomes a reality. And as Mudit says, every time when we start the session, focus is the biggest asset one has. That by building upon habits consistently, one changes the destiny. I am a CEO in the making now. During my very first meeting with Mudit, he asked me, "What is your target?" And I said a number. And he said, "Why you are not thinking big? Why you are thinking only this much?" So that was a revelation to me. And my targets, I no longer think small, and I'm clear about my path, and I am really confident about what I can achieve. You know what? I had very long days, meaning the days extending into up to midnights. So now I end my day by about 10:30 p.m. and I am up at 5:30 a.m. and I have a tracker. I have been hesitating to share the tracker because I want to share that when I hit that 5 a.m. mark. What I have achieved right now is being able to get up at 5:30 a.m. every day. I am aware that all kinds of thoughts flow into the mind, but I take action only on those thoughts that are priorities. And I am practicing on that now. I have realized that when your actions are aligned with your highest priorities, you do not need an external motivation at all. And I am no longer shy. I have taken more responsibilities at work and I have learned to manage upwards. And I project myself by signaling that I am ready for the next level. And even at home, I have become more organized and hence find quality time, which I spend with my family. And I think that this program is for those action takers who are hungry to grow. It is easy to grow, provided one learns the right process and implements them diligently. Remember, guys, amateurs have a goal, professionals have a process. Don't be surprised if you see my name in the big league shortly. And thanks, Mudit and the cohorts. Association raises one to the level of the one raises up to the level of one's association. Thank you for being good cohorts. That's me today.
Thank you so much, Guru. I think very, very heartfelt and amazing journey. We just met, and I remember it was just one call, and that was it, because he just connected with the whole thing. It didn't take long, and I think a great story and a great change. I mean, if you're able to, and the only thing that I'll tell you is, guys, even if you don't get up at 5:30 and not 5, okay, it's a big change from not getting up at much later. So don't beat yourself up for that. Acknowledge it, that you've at least made this change, and keep up the process, right? So well done, Guru. We can all see that change and that transformation in you, And I could feel it. I'm sure all the rest could. Yes, it is Bharti. So Bharti, let's finally have you on screen for a full session devoted to you.
Thank you so much, Mudit. Good morning, everyone. When I joined the program, my primary objective was to gain clarity. I'd shifted roles from revenue to product. I was trying to understand what roles best leverage my strengths. I always had some idea of where I wanted to be in the future, the ultimate goal of impact and legacy. I just didn't know how, and I still don't know how I'll get there. That has been the overarching theme in my life. And then there was another trigger, what was happening in the moment. I have an outstanding reputation in my office. I drive things, unblock, challenging projects that haven't progressed. And while there was that general recognition globally, it just wasn't as strong. I'm visible, but I wasn't making any efforts to be visible globally. And all this was making me wonder, would I look back in my career and feel that I could have done more? Potentially, yes. And that is what led me to take action. The program helped me gain clarity with a vision board. There's still work to do, finding my purpose that transcends everything, but I'm a step closer. I've always known, and the Wheel of Life helped confirm how over-indexed I am on my career. Husband checks this for me. While I'm on this journey, I discovered how my value system can be my North Star. My biggest takeaways from this program: my mindset shift. There's a science behind it. And science is always easier to follow for me. Being responsible for my own outcomes, practicing gratitude. My second takeaway, building systems, habits, stacking, and building them into a system that I can follow day in, day out without any interruptions. 1% improvement every day, a holistic approach to life. My third takeaway, building a solid career development plan, identifying my strengths, but also the areas I can improve upon, taking an inventory of my skills, and specifically focusing on the skills required for C-suite roles, being strategic, building executive presence, influence, managing conflicts. In addition to all of that, there's that grounding realization that we need to market ourselves. I mean, I have been doing that. How could I not see it? Whenever I release something as a product feature, as a product capability, or we bring new products to market, there's so much focus on marketing, on the go-to-market for that product. And how am I not doing that for myself? That was just an eye-opener. I need to consciously craft a personal brand and just steer clear of career derailers. That is going to be my mantra. I want to share some practical examples of what I have been applying, what I learned from the program. I recently hosted a global presentation yesterday. And what I did, I'm leveraging communication frameworks like the rule of 3. I'm leveraging the 5x5x5 for presentations. I'm practicing teacups, hiccups before my presentation. And I opened the presentation by borrowing authority, by linking it to what our CEO said, why that initiative was important. All of that helping me craft a personal brand of a strong leader, a strong product leader, and potentially a strong CEO someday. I still have work to do, a long way to go, but I'm definitely a step closer. I continue to make efforts, find my own self. And above all, I think I've accepted that I'm a work in progress. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you so much, Bharti. Lovely speech. I think we could all see the confidence coming through. And as we move on to the next speaker who's here today, welcome, Manish. Here you are.
Hi, everyone. Good morning, and thank you for giving me this opportunity. Basically, my journey in the path of the CXO started 30 years back. That's when the first day of my first job. And then it would be like, it was okay, and we were getting the promotions, and I was getting basically the responsibilities were increasing, and I was going the right way till about 2012. And that's when the stagnation set in. With the stagnation came the frustration, the pressure, what's not happening? And that was something where I kind of lost my control over my life, so to say. So, and that's which went on till about 2020. So about 8 years, I was kind of struggling to see what I should do or what I should not do. And then in 2020, I finally got my, so to say, the dream job. I thought, oh, that is my dream job. And now that I'm like 50 years of age and I have 10 years left, so this is the best thing for me to retire. So I said, fine, that's good. Working 2 years in the job in 2022 end, I started again facing some issues in terms of clarity of the purpose, in terms of how would I actually moving forward. I had problems with my peers, with my subordinates. And then one day my boss tells me, and he says, I think, Manish, this is not working out. This role is not working out. I think this is not for you. And my ego couldn't take it. I said, not for me? I mean, 30 years in the job and not for me? What is he saying? He doesn't know a thing. Typically the way we do it. And then of course, he offered me another role, which was something which was a strategic sourcing role. I just took it. I said, okay, fine, I need to kind of do something about it. And they always say, but still that whole process in my mind was more of a saboteur than, actually a savior. And they say that, when the master appears only when the disciple is ready to change. And that's when I met Mudit. Mudit was kind enough, and 30 minutes into the conversation, and I said, look, Mudit, I'm signing with you. Okay, because he touched the topics which I actually was struggling with. And then, and then that's how my journey with CXO started. Okay, and I'm glad that it did. Okay, just coming to the one in terms of transformations, two things which have really helped me, which is basically one is I have become more mindful about the surroundings, about myself. Okay, so not just in terms of work, but also in terms of my personal life. For example, what I'm eating, what I'm talking, about my health, about my appearances, about the way I present myself in front of the office, about the way I interact with my peers, my bosses. I think basically what's happened is this course from a drooping shoulder has actually given me a straight posture and a more, a more positive attitude towards life and towards my work. Second thing is the clarity of thought. I think with the daily affirmations, my goals, my I would say my vision board, my wheel of life has actually given me a clarity in terms of where am I and what I'm supposed to be moving, what am I supposed to be achieve, what I want to achieve. So I realized that once I started writing all this down, I realized that there are not very many things that I need to concentrate on. There are certain things which I'm doing well in life, and I don't need to bother much, just continue with that. So my mind became more clutter-free. And with that, in terms of my job, I was able to I started actually liking my new role. And I started doing things which were more of, out of the box thinking, which could really help and benefit the company. Okay, and then, okay, that's basically the transformation. Now, what I implemented from what I learned, basically, because what I learned, I imbibed, and what I implemented from this course is basically one is that, as I said, one is, of course, being more mindful about the situation, about the current. Second thing, as I mentioned, was with the vision board, with the wheel of life, with the goals and affirmations, my mind became more clutter-free. So I could actually work on certain things which I had left them for my personal development. So I had more time on that. Then a small thing like a policy of not picking up or not looking at phones after 7:30 p.m. made me get back to my old passion of reading. Which in the middle I had lost because there was no time or whatever. Getting up at 5 a.m. and doing the morning rituals have actually helped me to plan my work and my day in advance So I'm able to be put in a lot more into the day without getting tired or exhausted. And I can actually go on, you know. But what I wanted to say was these learnings or these teachings, I won't say teachings, learnings have really helped me in my circle of life on a daily basis. Okay. It is, so I feel more control. I feel that I am more in command of my life now. And the stress has reduced by almost 100 times. So it's like, so that's, so what I realized is that if I can't control the unknown, I can actually change and control what is the known and that might change the outcome of the unknown. If I don't know whether I'm making sense, but that's what I'm talking about. And then I said, and my work front, because my mind was clutter free, my KPIs became more important. I mean, I was able to deliver on them very quickly, to the extent where 6 months back, when the boss who had said that, this role might not be fit for you, is somebody who comes and tells me during my sessions that, you're a good mentor, and I think you should help your spouse, not spouse, your peers and your co-workers, just to kind of help them out and see how they can also progress the way you have done. In fact, he said that, this whole attitude of yours, which is basically being more positive, has really is really doing wonders. So I think one thing which I want to talk about, I know it's a little bit, was presentation skills. I've always been pretty weak on the presentation skills. But with the inputs that you got from the learnings, I was asked to make a 15-minute presentation to my global business director about my profile and what was the KPIs and how was I doing in terms of the business. And I finished that presentation with 3 slides and 11 minutes. And he was shocked because he's always seen me prolonging the presentation to like 30 minutes or so, even if it's 15 minutes. So examples like these have been many, but I'm already overshot my time limit. So I just want to say that this course was a life changer for me. I am 10 kgs down, sharper, wittier, and more respected and at peace with myself. Last thing which is there is that I've been assigned a new role in my organization. I am now the same strategic sourcing. I'm now moving to a more Asia Pacific regional role, including the Middle East, so based in Dubai. And by 2024, I will be moving to a global role in the headquarters of the company. So I recommend everybody to take this 90 days of learning and apply this mantra and actually see the magic of transformation happening with their own eyes. Thank you, Mudit, and thank you for my cohorts to kind of help me to learn. Thank you.
Thank you. My God, Manish, thank you so much. Yeah, we're so proud of you. Look, guys, it takes a lot of, humility to confess, with somebody as senior as Manish, right? He's worked 30 years, to share his story about what he struggled with and where he has reached. Okay. And amazing story, Manish. I mean, fantastic. And I'm just so happy for you. Welcome, Murlidhar.
Thanks, Mudit. Hey, good morning, everyone. I don't know how many of you know a story about penguins and the way they kind of find food. Once the ice starts melting, they're all standing in the, kind of at the edge of the iceberg just to jump into the water. That's when the ice is melting. There's all fishes, kind of to hunt. So why do the penguins are standing out there on the edge? Because they are like, the ones that jump in are the ones who are going to get the bulk of the fishes or the fresh fishes. But there is also a danger of the sharks that get eaten by. So they're all standing there and, kind of thinking to jump or not to jump. I was at the same state when I just kind of moved into my new role, standing at the ledge, looking at the vast sea, looking at the opportunities of so many fishes there, which I could kind of devour, but also very, very fearful of the sharks that's there. That's when I met Mudit. Thanks to him, he has been very kind, giving me multiple opportunities to be part of the cohort because of my family, like I said, some of the incidents that had happened. Thanks to you. And the journey has been amazing. And to to be very honest, I've taken the dive, Mudit, into the sea without any fear. You have helped me give me all the tools to kind of tame those sharks that I was like fearful. The first one was I feel fearful of. I remember talking to you about the networking and office politics. You have given me the right way to look at it, not to see it as a bad, like kind of a thing to do, but to kind of accept it and be part of it. I think to counter it, I think the networking is the most important tool that I've learned. And two things which I was doing, but did not realize the impact or the transformation that could kind of create for you is the power of habits. Thanks to the course, thanks to the journey. If waking up early was my earlier, about 6, 7 years back, without an alarm, it was like the worst thing that I was starting to do was waking up 7:30, 8 o'clock in the morning. This course in the last 6 months has transformed me at least to wake up by 6:15, which has been a phenomenal change in me and the power of habits. And the second thing is the meditation and the inward journey that kind of it forced me to kind of impact that it has created me with like difficult times. The kind of inner strength that has given to me during this course has been amazing. On the professional front, though, the way I would sit in some of those leadership meetings earlier, I used to be towards the like kind of the back seats or the back benches, kind of see, just listen, observe, maybe like kind of talk 1 or 2 sentences. But I'm right now bang in the middle, trying to connect to the business, trying to see if there is a problem, how can I be part of the solution, right? Not just to my boss. I've at least gone like 2 or 3 layers above, trying to connect with them, trying to talk to them, finding opportunities where I could be of, like kind of a lot of help to them. It has given me an immense executive presence, or the presence, at least my name is resonating across in some of the, like kind of initiatives that kind of started at the org level. I've been picked up for 3 or 4 initiatives driving for the next 2, 3 quarters, which is kind of, for me, it's a big achievement from where I started in January to where I am right now. So thanks to Mudit, I believe this course I would recommend to most of my friends who are at my level to kind of look at what you really need in terms of tools to take that leap, to be that penguin, to jump into that sea so that you can devour all the fresh fishes that's there. Thank you.
Thank you, Murli. Thank you. Great story to begin with. And, we know how tough it's been. So, thanks for hanging in there and having faith. You've been through a lot of personal turmoil, and I'm so glad that you've taken it in the right way. And of course, I'm so happy to hear, because we haven't really connected, right, for a while. So I'm so glad to hear the kind of changes that have happened. It sort of come to me also, and very, very pleasant news. So great story to begin with. I think that was the central idea to the entire presentation. So great. Thanks so much for sharing it. And I really, really wish you all the very best. And thank you so much. Yeah. Okay, great. Welcoming Dipankar.
First of all, thanks everyone, my fellow CXOs in the making, and you guys' energy is very, very contagious. Like earlier I used to get up in the afternoon. Now I get up before 8, which is a big achievement for me. Trust me. Now before I proceed, I want to remind you all that I'm, of course, Mr. Comedy Dipankar Sinha from Mumbai, and was working for a shoppersub.com as CTO for the omnichannel business. And I have never discussed my dream with anyone except Sangeeta, that I want to adopt 3 villages. I want to support 100+ families directly. So I'm not sure whether CXO journey will help me there or not. So I know for a few years I'll work as a CXO, and maybe after that I'll take the badge of founder or some kind of co-founder, in future for sure. Because my dreams are pretty big, and my wife is supporting me there, and we share the same dream. So hopefully we will achieve that in this life. In the last 20 years, I was very fortunate to work with great minds and people, founders, frauds, CXOs, investors, all kind of people. In the last 20 years, I've changed almost 15 plus companies. During this time, I have learned the do's and don'ts. But when I entered in corporate 8 years back, the entire story was different for me. The top level always used to think differently. It was a shock for me. I used to think, इतना simple solution है, समझता क्यों नहीं है तू? So, but later I realized corporates work in a different way, and the CXOs are actually very smart, and they're from different world. Their expectations are different. So now, after learning this simple thing, now the problem was unko chahiye kya? That was the second question, very very critical question. So the second question took me to different sites, different channels, and podcasts. I read a lot. I listen a lot every day, like 5 to 6 hours. But I always felt that there is a gap. It's so much podcast, so much knowledge, which is freely available, was not enough. So I learned. So what I realized that I need someone who has already gone through this entire process, who has done mistakes and learned from his mistakes. So because my pace was not enough to catch up with everything, then my manifestation worked, and I saw Mudit's CXO challenge advertisement online, and I immediately booked that appointment. And after discussion with Mudit, bang, like everything was changed. Like, okay, I'm joining. And this thing happened exactly 120 days back. And it worked for me. In the last 3 months, I can feel that change in my thought process, and now I can interpret and correlate incidents, discussion, and conversation I had with my senior leadership in the past. I could have used those opportunities and handled situation in much better way. But okay, it's never late, right? Past is past, and now I'm ready to move forward and implement the learning. Senior leadership's perspective and industry leaders' expectations are now more clear to me because thanks to Mudit, he gave me the process of thinking, the how to think, what kind of journal I should read. He never mentioned this directly, but he gave me all these pointers. I used those pointers. I did my research, and I found lots of beautiful articles, beautiful processes, beautiful steps. I started following them, and it is actually working for me. For me, personal branding, office politics, and business storytelling was like very powerful tools, but I always ignored them in the past. But now I'm focusing on that very much. Now, few of you liking my posts in LinkedIn sometimes, which I'm thankful to you guys. And presentation skill, leadership skill, and emotional intelligence and executive presence will definitely make me more visible and respectable in the front of the top leadership. Earlier, I used to think that if I work hard, people will come to know from different part of the world that Dipankar is working in that company, and it never worked like that. I have to be more presentable. I have to be more present, visible. I have to sell myself. I'm a commodity. I have to sell myself and my services. So that's what I started following. And of course, mistakes I've made, I have to avoid going forward in the journey is very, very helpful. That this mistake, people teach about do's. They never tell about don'ts. So I have, in this entire course, I've learned don'ts as well. These don'ts are very, very helpful and will be very, I'm going to be very, very cautious in the journey going forward, in the CXO journey. This course is undoubtedly very well articulated and is a must-have course for middle to senior management professionals to understand the right path and learn the right behavior and handling of problems. I wish all of you a bright future as a CXO, and we'll stay in touch with you guys. Thanks, everyone, and thanks for being supportive.
Thank you, Dipankar. Thank you, Dipankar. And typical Dipankar style, right? Who could have guessed that, he has a larger heart and wants to do so much? So well done. That's a very, very noble goal. And the only reason I say, Dipankar, is, while you're in this corporate, at least maximize your earnings, because see, good people need to have money in life. That's my belief. There are a lot of crooks who have money, but they don't do anything back, right? So if you're good in life and you have noble intentions, make sure you earn enough, you invest well, so that gives you the power. That's why I want you guys to do and really push yourself, because if you're not from a business family or you're not running a business, right, this is your source of income. So maximize this, grow this, so that you can do more good. Let that be the driving force. Great. Thanks so much, Dipankar. Next, I'd like to call in Welcome, Sangeeta. It's all yours, and let's have a video.
Good morning, my friends, and Mudit, especially to you. You're a guru. So I would start with the quote by Chris Russell: "Opportunities don't happen; we create them." So I can say that my life is divided into three parts: before my marriage, after my marriage, and maybe just now, after my kids have grown to 13 and 10 years. So I took quite a long break of 10, 12 years, but in between, I was trying a lot of entrepreneurial skills and all that. But obviously, being a nobody, I've traveled from a journey from somebody who was doing very well in her life and successfully doing well in the career. Suddenly went off the record, and then I just delved into myself into the family role. And now after 10 years, I realized that maybe I am still struggling with my identity. Enough of motherhood, enough of child responsibility, everything is all okay. But then still, well, who are you and what is your purpose in life? And what are you giving back to the world? Did I come up for this thing only? I mean, this was a very alarming question asking me attention. And then I thought maybe I'll try again with my maybe career. And if I get somewhere in life, maybe that would be somewhere I should be reaching and get back to society as well. So with struggling with a lot of hypocrisy in society, those negativity inside me, I started off. I probably saw this video by Mudit, and this really encapsulated, gave me some encouragement that I should sign up, and Mudit really spoke to me for a good one hour length, and we spoke quite a lot. So I wanted to know, like, what have I lost in these so many years, and I want to get back all that time and maybe fast track my career and all that. So signed up was probably amazing because that insider, that transformation which he spoke about, that meditation we did, the what is that meditation that we did about when we were talking, where we were like getting applauded by the speech that we made, and that was quite a change inside me. And after which I got into Edelweiss AMC, which was my target that I would get back to AMC, and within just a span of 1.5 months I got into Edelweiss. And it's kind of a magic for me. I still cannot, I'm pinching myself still that is it a reality? Because that point, about 3-4 months back, I was can't be thinking about all this. I'm really enjoying my work here, and everything is like kind of transformed for me. Not have been much updated with the courses that I'm just doing the course along with Mudit, but I'm not doing the past later on the homework for that. But then whatever I'm taking from here, it's like changing entire journey for me. And very, very thankful to Javed and a lot of other people, even Dipankar. He's discussed, and he's given me such an insight. I'm so happy that I signed up. I have not come here to make any speech or anything. I just want to learn do a successful journey in my life and give back to women who are struggling with their post, after they have delivered and they want to get back to work, and they get a lot of not a good place to be after child delivery, and a lot of expectation from family and peers and everywhere. So I want to get back to those women always for the second innings. You please strive and get back. And I would want to start something on those lines after a considerable time that I spent here after my successful career. So this is me, and back to you, Mudit.
Thank you so much, Sangeeta. Amit, here's the stage. Congratulations and all the very best.
Thank you, Mudit. Thank you, everyone. Yeah, I tried to keep it very ad hoc. I have a structure, but I don't want to make it long. I have a very typical hearing so many good speeches, I stumbled upon this course as an explorer because I have a very typical career. Do the BTech, work for some time, do the MBA, work more, go more up in the ladder, and that's what I have been doing for last 10 to 12 years. But there is like now wherever I go in my friend circle or in my family, they believe that okay, you have done now this is your life, you have done enough, and this is done. Inside, I never believed that there are a lot more to come. And when I came to this course, like a lot of ego melted from me, because I was at a level that okay, I have a good salary, I have a good family, I have a supporting family, I have a supporting wife, and everything is achieved. What now? Should I start my own startup? Should I go for a CEO? I know everything. But this has been a very humbling journey for me, because in the very first 3 sessions, I got to know that all the management is people management, and all the people management is self-management. So I was very, very indisciplined in a lot of areas. I had started gathering those things during COVID times, but I was always looking for something which can channelize my energy at this stage. So in the very first 3 sessions of this course itself, I think I got my most of the learning, approximately 60% of my learning, which is my self-management. And it always good if someone authenticates your some of the not sure beliefs. You read it somewhere, but if there are people who are long above your ladder and they are saying that this is the way, this you have to follow, there is no other way. So that I have started in the first month itself. And then after that, it's not only that that habit and visualization and self-management, it's much more than that. In the later half, when you come to know about executive presence, the office politics, everyone has faced it at a different level. How to present, how to be more communicative, how to be a better communicator, stop talking before people stop listening to you. These are the highlights of this course for me. And I think I have been very, very well prepared by virtue of this course, that I can take a very informed decision whether I have to go in an entrepreneurship line, I will do excellent there, or I have to go up the ladder. Now the timeline is very, very less for me. Previously, I was thinking, oh, 10 years down the line, I maybe become a CEO. Now I'm putting a deadline to that. No, in next 3-4 years, I will be there for sure in a bigger company. So that is the kind of confidence I got. I got very, very good mentors. In addition to Mudit, obviously, like Praveen was my accountability partner. We met also. I would like to meet a lot of you if you are stumbling upon Hyderabad. No one noticed that I am from Hyderabad. No one takes name of Hyderabad. So if you come sometime here, most welcome. And yeah, I'm truly humbled and truly lucky that I was a part of this course. I would recommend everyone who is looking for something, go do this first, and then you will be clear for the whole career path ahead of you. So thank you very much, all of you, and thank you very much, Mudit.
Wow, thank you, Amit. Welcome, Premjeet. Congratulations, and let's hear your story.
Thank you very much for giving me this opportunity. I think we have heard in the beginning that some of us has got a few offers. Congratulations to all of them. Rinkesh, Sangeeta has gone back to her career and things like that. But for me, the highlight is that the confidence which this course gave me is to turn down one offer. So I thought I'd start from there. It was not well last week, but I was not attending office also. However, I had a face-to-face meeting, interview call, okay, and then somehow effort matched everything, my monetary wise and even role wise, but somehow points which I was looking for in that role didn't match. So I have turned down that offer. So I'm not bragging, but the confidence that I got to turn down this offer is from this course, because I know what I have to look for, what are my priorities, okay, what I should demand for. That all the confidence which I got to positively speak in that interview is come from this course. So thank you very much for this. This 90 days course which all of us have gone through, has made some kind of impact in my professional and sorry, I have a bad cold. Has made a huge impact in my professional and as well as personal life. Starting from the daily rituals which introduced to us. Okay, that has been I have followed that religiously since last 2-3 months, and that is having a positive impact on my professional and personal life. I'm very pretty consistent with that. That is helped a lot in setting the place in my professional area as well. Okay, and then and the few technical takeaways which I have which I've taken away from this course is, of course, a presentation skill which Sir spoke about. I have also briefed you of what happened during that presentation which I did. It has gone really well, and I myself knew the moment we got over that I made an impact in that presentation. So thanks for that. And all other technical aspects which you taught us, sir, regarding the career development plan, the goal setting, visibility, personal brand building, all will help us take our career forward to the next level. I know that this change is not going to come overnight, but bit by bit, 1% change which we do on a daily life, on a daily basis, which will take us to the objective or the career goal which we have. So thank you very much, sir, for all your support. I look forward to have your continuous support going forward also. And to the team here, everybody has been very supportive. Many times I've seen the messages in the group that I've gone back and logged into my module and completed. Okay, that is the kind of encouragement all of you are doing. So thank you very much. Hope to stay in touch.
Okay, thank you so much, Premjit. We'll move on to our next speaker. Congratulations, sweetie.
Hello, very good morning to all. I'm truly honored to be here and share my journey through this remarkable CXO 90 Days Challenge program. It's a story of a girl and a girl who was very confident. When I was growing up, I was very confident. I was very much positive and a great, excellent academic background. So, and fear-free. So it was my journey. My father gave me wings. My mother kept me grounded. So that's how I grew up and I got into this corporate life. So when I got into this life, I lost there. So there were lots of things that didn't make sense to me. The diplomacies and there were some family challenges also, like my so which increased the fear in me. And then later on, I got married and I was settled in the family life. So even though I had lots of dreams at back of my mind, but I was like, I was just leading a happy family life, fulfilling the responsibilities of a wife and a mother. But my dream kept me, going. Like, no, I need to do something, and that made me to join this program. And I'm fortunate, and I feel lucky that I have joined this program. So this program has helped me to reinvent myself. And this has been a really a great journey which has provided me the path of self-discovery and professional growth. So all the lectures that happened and the thought-provoking discussions that led to, that provided a chance to learn, reflect, and implement. So I delved into the intricacies of reprogramming our brain and building new habits, becoming 1% better each day, and the importance of effective communication. So also the program emphasized on emotional intelligence and mindfulness, which helped me to connect better with myself and work empathetically with myself and with others too. So definitely this program has provided a lot of things, and it encouraged me to confront my limitations, push my boundaries, and harness my potential. So through self-assessment exercises and interactive sessions, I have been able to identify the areas of improvement and build a growth trajectory for myself. So all of this would not have been possible without the guidance and unwavering support of remarkable tutor Mudit sir. So I'm really thankful to you, and I am in debt to you lifelong for helping me to reinvent myself and helping to get this career development path. So I'm really thankful for that, and also thankful to this cohort. So all the enriching introductions that we had in the breakout rooms and the shared experiences. So this has also made this journey rewarding. So thanks for everything. And yeah, as Mudit said, I have something amazing thing happened to me last week, and I had a startup idea, and I received a funding for it from a state government and via the IIT Bombay Institute. So I'm happy to share this news with all of you.
Wow, amazing, sweetie. So we have a startup founder on the way from the group. Superb. Okay, so let's get our next man in. And Nitin, here we are.
Thanks, Mudit, for giving me this opportunity. First of all, I would maybe just start with a big thanks to you. And I think at this point of time where I think most of the people have already spoken, so I have nothing much left to say, but still I will just go ahead, and I planned it in a way, but I think I'll just go ahead with my sharing my experience. And yes, like many of us in the mid-career crisis, looking here and there, I was looking for some courses from IIMs, from IITs, or from any other great institutes. But obviously, they were pretty costly, they were pretty time consuming. And I consulted with a couple of them, and couldn't find convincing enough. And during that journey, I saw the video on Instagram, and I think it clicked to me, and I immediately signed up for a discussion with Mudit. And I'm not sure, Mudit, if you remember, but yes, I think based on the discussion which we had in our first meeting, I think you could sense like what I'm going through, and I could relate with your talks that this is something which I'm looking for, and I think this can sort a couple of my problems which I was going through, and that is exactly happened. So thanks for that. And yeah, so I think uh, you gave us a like great amount of learning in a very short span of time, which maybe a couple of bigger MBA institutes or any reputed institutes might be giving in maybe across 1 year MBA executive program or something like that, or maybe more than that. So yeah, so that was one thing. And apart from that, many things got changed. And the biggest learning, or maybe the biggest thing, is like I was normally like because of this mid-career thing, and being into a project management kind of thing, because I left the technical stuff quite some time back. But and being into a generic skill, I think at times I used to be insecure also because of the family responsibilities and others. But I think with this program, I got that confidence, and I think I have stopped thinking about anything which is out of my control, and be positive, and write affirmations, and think about the like larger picture rather than looking just at the next level, and which I started. And now I think I'm already like pursuing few things as a part of my habits, and a few things got already changed. For example, uh, gratitude is one thing for sure. Thanking for each and everything which we are getting from any source, like be it family, be it our colleagues, be it nature, everything. And apart from that, yeah, I think meditation, I think I have heard before, but I started following it, and I'm doing the meditation part. And apart from that, for last maybe almost 3 to 4 months, I'm already doing a 10-kilometer jogging every day, and I think I definitely feel energized now. And apart from that, yeah, like I think limiting my screen time, not looking at the mobile until and unless it is an emergency before sleeping, and not picking it up immediately after getting up. So that is actually helping me, and I'm able to focus more on the important stuff. I have divided my stuff into blue chips and other chips. So I like couple of us, I think, already shared. So I see that focus on the things which are actually important for you, instead of cribbing about the things which are out of your control and happening anyways. So that is also helping me out. And apart from that, I started sponsoring education of one child of our society guard. And I'm also doing a charity in one of the charitable medical institute where they give free medicines to the required people. So those are the two things which I have started, which I was not doing earlier. And yeah, apart from that, yeah, I think a couple of learnings which I have got from this program. I'm also trying to teach to my 20-year-old daughter, who is maybe who will be a graduate next year. She is in second year right now. So I think like you mentioned, like you have learned all these things by your experiences and a number of situations which you have gone through. So I thought, why not to give that knowledge which I'm having from you to my daughter, who is already in a critical age. And I think if she able to grasp even maybe 5 to 10% of what you have taught us and what I'm getting from you, then I think it will definitely make a positive impact on her life as well. And I think last but not least, thanks a lot to all the fellow participants. And I think everybody kept on motivating each other. And a special thanks to Bharti, who was my accountability partner. I used to do a couple of things and couple of assignments just to make sure that if Bharti is going to ask me, then I won't be having anything to say if I'm not doing it. So a couple of things I did in that pressure, but I did that. And I think you have been a fabulous teacher and mentor, Mudit, and I think hope to learn from you in future as well.
Great, great. Thanks a lot, Praveen. The stage is all yours, and congratulations on finishing the program. Yeah.
Thank you, everyone. And it's been a great pleasure to be part of this program. And I'll start a brief introduction of me. I've been a vice president at Swiss Global Business Solutions. I've been working in this company for around 10 years or 6+ years, and I love my job, but also have a dream of becoming a CXO someday. However, I found myself feeling stagnated, unnoticed in my current organization, unsure of how to break the barriers that held me back. And that's the reason I chose to attend this program, so that I can break those barriers. And I'm incredibly grateful for doing that. It's been a truly transformative experience for me. And since all of you shared many things, I'll just share two noteworthy experiences that I have and I've taken away from these past 90 days. First is the rewiring of my self-limiting thoughts, those negative thoughts everyone has, that am I capable? Am I good enough? Can I do the CXO role well? So these were the questions I had when I joined this program. And through self-affirmations, through the meditations, the gratitude meditations, forgiveness meditations, I was able to replace those negative thoughts with the positive ones like I'm capable, I'm worthy, and I will learn from my mistakes, and I'm a CXO in progress. So this has boosted my confidence and my self-esteem, and I'm more optimistic and resilient now. The second one is the key takeaway for me was breaking my bad habits and creating new habits that will support my growth and development. I've realized that I had some habits like procrastinating, multitasking, many things which were not very productive and were hindering my performance and my energy and moods. So with these sessions, I learned how to break those habits, create good ones, and use Pomodoro techniques to break complex tasks into smaller ones and making progress 1% each day. So all these techniques help me become more efficient and effective. And I could see that I'm self-aware now. Whenever these behaviors come in, I can feel those triggers, and I'm much more productive now. So I'm happy that I've taken this course, and this course has put me from a journey of where I was feeling from victimship to a journey of leadership where I am be the future leader. And thanks everyone in this program, my co-participants and my accountability partner Amit, and overall Mudit for giving me the opportunity to be part of this program and learn a lot. Thank you.
Wow, Praveen, amazing. Yeah, the kind of confidence that you displayed in your speaking and your change in your life, everything is amazing. So much change, and I'm just so happy that you're on the path.
Mudit, on a closing note, on behalf of everyone from this particular cohort, I really want to thank, on behalf of everyone, Vande Guru Pujita. Thank you so much, Mudit.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks,
Very
Guru.
much.
Thanks,
Thank
everyone.
you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you,
everyone.
everyone. Thank you,
Yeah,
Pleasure
everyone.
meeting
Thank you.
everybody.
Thanks, everyone, from my
Nice
heart.
time. Let's
Thank you very
yes.
much.
Thank you. Thank you.
Bye bye.